Having faith in challenging times is probably one of the most difficult things to do. And today I want to talk to you about that. What does the definition of faith mean? What does it mean to have faith in life, or faith in a higher power, or faith in God, or faith in yourself? You know, faith is simply defined as belief and trust in the yet unseen. In other words, we believe that things will work out. We believe there's a reason for the challenge that we're going through. We may not know it right now, but having faith means that this is not a waste of my time. You know, struggling in this relationship, struggling with a career, struggling with children, struggling with money is never a waste of time, unless you think it is. You know, faith is something that's so important in life that I wanted to give a couple examples from different religious paths so that maybe one of them will make a difference in your life, and you'll be able to now walk forward in faith regardless of what you're facing. For every person I've ever interviewed, from monks to mystics to priests to nuns to rabbis, they've all said that if we can just build a stronger depth of faith, that whatever we're facing in life we'll be able to handle with much less stress. And isn't that why we're here? Is to be able to live life with joy, live life with power, live life with happiness. But if you don't have faith, that's going to be impossible to do. One of the parables I love out of Matthew in the Bible has to do with the disciples when they came to Christ, and they said, you know, we don't know what we're doing. We don't know if we're on the right path. Even though they saw him to do all kinds of miracles, feed 5,000 people one day, a week later feed 4,000 with just a few loaves of bread. They're looking and going, we don't know if we have the faith that we need. And of course Jesus looks at him and goes, what are you talking about? After all these miracles you've seen, you don't have faith in me and faith in our path together? Our path was the key word here. And then he said that great line, you know, if you just had the faith of a mustard seed. The mustard seed is like the size of a pinhead. If you just had the faith of a mustard seed, you could look at that mountain, point at it, tell it to jump into the ocean, and it would. Isn't that incredible to think about? But what does that mean in our days, having the faith of a mustard seed? And what is the mountain? Well, the faith of a mustard seed means that we have to believe first. First of all, we have to understand that whatever you're facing has a divine reason. It's not just for the heck of it. You're going through something to prune yourself, to strengthen yourself, to get creative in life. So there's a reason. That's what faith is all about. Believing in the yet unseen. Number two, what is the mountain? For most of us, the mountain is those thoughts. The thoughts of doubt, the thoughts of fear, the thoughts of insecurity, the thoughts of jealousy. That's the mountains that I believe Christ was talking about. You know, it's like when we can have faith, we can move those mountains. In other words, we may not enjoy what we're going through right now, but we know the end is near. We know there's a light at the end of the tunnel. We know that with faith and a belief in something greater than ourselves and action steps taken on a daily basis, proving we have faith, we'll move through it. Can you think of a time in your life when you were lost, when you were struggling, when you didn't think that you were going to be able to make it, and yet somehow you did? I think oftentimes we need to back up and take a look at different struggles we've had and how we've always worked through them, and how there's always been a reason, there's always been an answer. Somehow, maybe it's in the 9th hour of 10 hours, and 9th hour you've been able to pull through. Well, if we can start to put our energy into building our faith, and it doesn't happen just by wishing it to build, we actually have to do something. You know, we have to, maybe it's reading the Bible, or reading about Buddhism, or maybe it's reading about Hinduism, or whatever it might be. When you apply on a daily basis to strengthen your faith will be strengthened. And the second noble truth of Buddhism, it says that, you know, our struggles are caused by our desire that life be different than it is. That's not having any faith, is it? When we say, you know, I just wish these financial concerns weren't here. I just wish my struggles with my partner weren't here. I just wish these health concerns weren't here. That's saying that our suffering is caused by our desire for life to be different. If we can walk in faith, we would say, you know what, even though I'm struggling with health, even though I'm struggling with finances, even though I'm struggling in my relationship, I know there's a way out. I'm going to go into prayer. I'm going to go into a stronger belief. I'm going to call and ask a minister, a counselor, a coach. I'm going to get help. I'm going to have faith that there's a reason for what I'm going through, that I'm being strengthened for something, that I'm going to be used down the road. I'm going to be able to help someone else because of the challenges that I faced. I'm going to be the rock in the storm. That's what we're being asked to do. I want to ask you today to get outside of your comfort zone and to create the faith that you need to be more at peace in every storm that you're in life. Wouldn't that make life a lot more enjoyable? I'm going to ask you to go ahead and do that. Find a way. I don't know what book it might be, what preacher it might be, what minister it might be, what coach it might be, what therapist it might be to help you to gain that faith, but don't do it by yourself. Find someone to read the Bible with. Find someone to read about Buddha with. Find someone to share your challenges, your struggles, in order to build the faith to move forward through them. Remember, there has never been anything that you're experiencing right now that millions of people before you have not found a way through. Keep that in mind as you're building your faith. I'm David Essel, wishing you the most amazing day. And if I can help you personally, as a minister, build your faith, let me know. Contact us through talkdavid.com. I'd love to do just that. I look forward to connecting with you again soon.